Regular viewers here know I am a card-carrying member of the Embrace the Grain Photography Podcast Facebook group, and a few months ago the group started a Film of the Month project where they encourage all their members to shoot a particular film stock, which changes every month. Well, the flavor of the month for August 2021 is Kodak ColorPlus 200. Now, I had shot ColorPlus before in my Holga 135 BC, and I had two more rolls of ColorPlus in my fridge, one of which I'm currently shooting for an upcoming film swap, and the other roll I decided to use for this project. Now, ordinarily, my favorite subject to shoot on color film in the summertime would be the Ohio State Fair. But the State Fair was not open to the public this year, so instead I traveled less than a half hour from my house to the town of Croton, Ohio, and attended the Hartford Independent Fair, which has been held annually since 1858. I shot this roll in my Canon Rebel T2, developed the roll with my Cinesto C41 kit, and then scanned the images with my Epson V550 using Epson Scan 2 software. Stick around after the images and I'll give you my thoughts on Kodak ColorPlus 200. So ColorPlus has its roots in Kodacolor 2, introduced in the 1970s, and the Kodacolor VR films of the 1980s. Since it's based on an older emulsion, it can give your images a little bit of a retro vibe. It is not the pastel palette of Portra, it's not the in-your-face saturation of Ektar, The grain is relatively fine, it's not distracting. It really reminds me of how pictures looked when I was growing up in the 70s and 80s. And since I'm a vintage guy, I dig that vintage look. Now, you used to be able to get this film for dirt cheap, under $4 a roll just a few years ago. Of course, with the ongoing series of price increases from Kodak, it is going to cost you a little more these days, but it's still more affordable than Ektar or Portra. And speaking of Portra, I recently got a chance to shoot Portra 400 in medium format in my Pentax 6.7 in a field of sunflowers. And I'll be featuring that shoot in a video coming up on the channel soon. The best way to catch that video and all my film photography videos is to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell for notifications. Every time you watch, like, or share one of my videos, it helps me reach a wider audience, and I appreciate it. I mentioned here recently that my work commitments have increased a little bit. My Friday nights now consist of chaperoning my son's marching band, and now that my choir is starting up at church again, well, my Wednesday nights are spoken for too. So for the foreseeable future, I'm probably not going to have as much time to dedicate towards shooting film and making these videos. My plan is to pull back from a weekly video schedule and move towards uploading videos about every other week or so. If I stray too far from that schedule, you can always check out what I'm doing over my community tab and see what I'm up to there. That'll do it for this video, so until next time, do some good, have some fun, and shoot some film.